Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles does not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
Antes del nombre América, antes del hierro y la cruz, había pueblos que hablaban con la tierra y con la luz. No era un mundo vacío, era ciencia y corazón. La historia empezó aquí mismo, aunque el invasor no pida perdón. Sembramos tiempo en el cielo cuando el mundo no sabía contar. El cero nació en la selva, el maíz nos enseñó a pensar. Calendarios y medicina, ciudades frente al sol. No era mito ni leyenda, era pueblo, era voz. No fue descubrimiento, fue invasión. No fue silencio, fue opresión. Antes del mapa, antes de ti, había pueblos completos que no vas a entender. No éramos pasado, somos raíz, aunque nos llamen historia, seguimos aquí. Desde el barro del origen hasta el jaguar ancestral, desde la selva profunda hasta el águila solar, ciudades que eran mundos cuando Europa se partió, capitales que flotaban mientras el viejo mundo ardió. En la montaña aprendimos a vivir sin dominar, sin rueda y sin bestias, pero sabiendo gobernar. Caminos y comunidad, trabajo como misión. El poder no era conquista, era responsabilidad. No fue progreso, fue despojo. No fue fe, fue antojo. Antes del mapa, antes de ti, había pueblos completos que no vas a entender. No éramos pasado, somos raíz, aunque nos llamen historia, seguimos aquí. Hey. 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 Quemaron nombres, vendieron memoria, alzaron fronteras sobre nuestra historia. Nos dijeron atraso para robarnos la voz, civilización a balazos y la fe pa'l control. Pero la tierra recuerda, la raíz no se rinde, aunque cambien las banderas, la herida no se extingue. De norte a sur somos la misma raíz, la misma herida que se niega a morir. De norte a sur nadie sobra aquí, Latinoamérica sigue y no va a pedir permiso para existir.
El autor viene a decirnos con mucha firmeza y gran convencimiento lo mismo que nos decía en el siglo XVIII el barón de Holbach, ¿no? Un filósofo francés de origen alemán. Si nos remontamos al comienzo, entonces hallaremos que la ignorancia y el temor crearon a los dioses. La fantasía, el entusiasmo o el engaño los adornaron o desfiguraron. La debilidad les rinde culto, la credulidad los conserva, la costumbre los respeta y la tiranía los apoya para que la ceguera de los hombres sirva a sus propios intereses.
Okay, hold on a second, family. Got you real quick. We were doing a late one today. I apologize for not doing the class that I was supposed to do since yesterday. I sincerely do. Shit comes up. So, dispensing. Anyhow, listen, I have something good. I mean, I don't have something good, like as in good. I have something to share with you. Because, first of all, you know, I have brothers like him, dude. And I owe you VTC. I apologize, brother. I've been lagging on that shit. I need to take care of it and get up there. But either way, man, you know what I mean? Know that I'm sincere with you, bro. So have some patience with me. Either way, I like what he brings out. And lately you've been bringing out some really cool stuff, man. You post some pictures and then you give some historical facts behind it. I think it's extremely important that we take notice of these things because it says a lot of important stuff. This is one of them. It says, and you know, he's lately he's been bringing out stuff in Spanish. So cool for him because he doesn't even speak Spanish, bro. So like, you know, for him to do that, hey, man, all glory to our Creator, man, for giving you that spirit. It says, before the Spanish, the great civilizations and tribes of Mexico and Central America. All right, so it says, long before the arrival of the Spanish in the early 16th century, the lands that are now Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua were home to dozens of advanced civilizations and indigenous peoples. Now, I do want to concur with that because, you know, we got documentation that expresses fundamentally since the get-go, even in the times of Diodorus Siculus, when you guys want to use this fucking supposedly bullshit story to narrative your wobble bullshit, he even said that the lands over here were fucking beautiful, bro. So when these Spaniards showed up in, you know, in 15 and change and showed up in Tenochtitlan, they thought, wow, they had never seen anything so magnificent. They built magnificent cities, developed sophisticated calendars, created writing systems, cultivated vast agricultural networks, and established powerful kings that flourished for centuries. Although many of these societies shared trade routes and cultural influences, each possessed its own language, traditions, and political identities. The large and most influential civilizations emerged in Mesoamerica, a cultural region stretching from central Mexico through much of Central and America. Now, some wobbles may show up and be like, oh, what the fuck does that mean, man? Everybody speaks their own language. Look, listen, I'm not trying to tackle that right now. What I care about is the fact that these brothers are pushing up unity. Unity is important, especially these times. In Central Mexico, the Aztecs, who called themselves the MESHIACHA, established one of the greatest empires in the Americas. During the 14th century, they founded Tenochtitlan, built on islands in Lakes Texcoco, By the 16th century, the city had become one of the largest urban centers in the world with hundreds of thousands of inhabitants, canals, marketplaces, temples, impressive engineering works. Now, you can read that in Diodorus Siculus. You can also read that in the American Holocaust on the early pages, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Because you know me, man. I don't hide from anything I say. Everything I say, I have documents to report. Let me see if it's here. And again, it's a late class. I don't expect a lot of people to be here. But here, learn with me. Because like I said, man, I don't bullshit, bro. I tell you the facts. This is from American Holocaust. I believe it's page 5. It says that it says like Tenochtitlan, here, I'll go up here. Impressive as Iztapalapa was, the Spanish were seeking the heart of this great empire. So they pressed on. It says, in addition to the cities that surrounded the Lake of the Moon, other towns were like Tenochtitlan, built on smaller islands within it. As they neared the area that would take them on Tenochtitlan's, Bernal Diaz wrote, when we saw many cities and villages built in the water and other great towns built on dry land and straight and level causes going towards Tenochtitlan, we were amazed and said that it was like the enchantments that they tell of the legends of Amadis, on the account of the great towers and the temples and buildings rising from the water, and built of masonry. And some of our soldiers even asked whether the things that we saw were not a dream. Now, in case you guys don't know, sorry that I take this avenue this way, but I'm going to have to show you because I don't like leaving shit out like this. Diodorus Siculus, the same fucking dude that they Wabos love to reference, did exactly the same shit. That these guys were like fucking amazed at what they saw, okay? This was a beautiful, structured city. It says finally they reached one of the causeways leading directly to Tenochtitlan, right? So we see what's going on. And then they said about 60,000 pale stucco houses fill the island metropolis. Okay, so you see some fucking cities on a floating water because that's all they can assume. Some of them single-story structures, some of them multi-storied. And all these houses, wrote Cortez, have very large and very good rooms and are very pleasant gardens of various sorts of flowers, both on upper and lower floors. I'm sorry, but Raza always lives with this shit. And the many streets and boulevards of the city were so neat and well swept, despite its multitude of inhabitants. We just talked about like 60,000 pale stucco houses. Imagine how many people were actually living there. That the first Europeans to visit never tired of remarking on the city's cleanness and order. There were even officials in charge of sweeping, recalled one odd observer. In fact, at least 1,000 public workers, raza, were employed to maintain the city streets and kept them clean and watered. Watch this. Tenochtitlan, in this respect, reminded the Spanish of an enormous Venice, but it also has remarkable floating gardens that reminded them of nowhere else on earth. And while European cities then, and for centuries thereafter, took after drinking water from the fetid and polluted water rivers nearby, Tenochtitlan drinking water came from springs deep within the mainland and was piped, meaning that our people had a fucking plumbing system into the city by huge aqueducts way before these dumbasses, system that amazed Cortez and his men. This is why they call it the Renaissance. They started learning about what we were doing, and then they said that they fucking created it. Let's continue. Just as they were astonished also by the personal cleanliness and hygiene of the colorful dressed populace, and by their extravagant to the Spanish use of soap, deodorant, and breath sweeteners. That means that these motherfuckers were dirty as hell. Now, that being said, okay, I'm going to show you something. See, Diodorus Siculus, right? The same fucking dude that these stupid ass people that say Atlantis or all this wobbleism or whatever the fuck it is, and they don't even realize what the fuck this guy's saying, dude. You know, they just reference him because they fucking heard it in some book. This is exactly what he said in 519:1. Watch, okay? Adjoining Cernus is an island which is called. Okay, no, he starts off from like Africa. He's going this way. Sorry, that's not even 519. My bad. That's 5. There he goes right here. But now that we have discussed what relates to the islands which lie within the Pillars of Hercules, we shall give an account of those which are in the ocean. For there lies out in the deep of Libya an island of considerable size, and situated as it is in the oceans, it is distant from Libya, a voyage of a number of days to the west. Its island is fruitful. Pay attention to what we are reading here. Much of it being mountainous, and not a little being a level plain of surpassing beauty. Number 2, through it flow navigable rivers, which are used for irrigation. Did we not just read certain things like this earlier? The island contains many parks planted with trees of every variety, and gardens in great multitude, which are traversed by streams of sweet water. Did we not read that there? And on it also are private via of costly construction. And throughout the gardens, banqueting houses have been constructed in settings of flowers. And in them, the inhabitants. So we just read right now what Diodorus Siculus was saying that, there's some island over there. But there's people there already. The inhabitants pass their time during the summer, since the land supplies abundance everything which contributes to enjoyment and luxury. Now, again, forgive me, fam. I should have done this class, because in this class, you're going to find out exactly how this connects to a lot of shit that we did not know. Okay? But if you continue reading what this guy is saying, right? Like, so for example, and he talks about the mountainous spots of the island, yada, yada, yada. I want to show you this part where it actually is the only piece that everyone else uses. Now, mind you, Diodorus Siculus also knew about Romans because he was a Greek. So I don't understand some of you guys that say that Greece and Rome was fake. I mean, and then you dictate or reference Diodorus Siculus or Plato. That's fucking stupid. They are Greco-Romans. I don't get it. Anyways, so if you continue reading down, watch what it says here, okay? Here we go. So in 520.3, it says, the Phoenicians, then while exploring the coast outside of the pillars for the reasons we have stated right above earlier, and while sailing along the shores of Libya, were driven by strong winds a great distance into the ocean. And after being storm-tossed for many days, they were carried ashore on the island where we mentioned above. That was what we just read earlier. And when they had observed its facility, its nature, they caused it to be known to all men. From where? From Europe and Africa. Consequently, or Middle East too. Consequently, the Tyrrhenians at the time when they were masters of the sea, purposed to dispatch a colony to it, but the Carthaginians prevented their doing so, partly of concern lest many inhabitants of Carthage, which is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Mediterranean Israel section. Okay? So let me just continue reading. We'll look at a map later on. It should, let me go back. Inhabitants of Carthage should remove there because of the excellence of the island, and partly in order to have ready a place in which to seek refuge against an incalculable turn of fortune.
and in case some total disaster should overtake Carthage. Now, keep in mind that that sounds like 1492 when you understand what I've been reading. That's why I apologize for not doing the class, because that would have answered this right here. For it was their thought that since they were the masters of the sea, they would thus be able to move, household and all, to an island which was unknown to their conquerors. 1492. You guys ever think about that? Listen, check this out. I'm going to show you this real quick, because this is why I did this class. So let me continue. Let's see if I want to. Look, listen, I'm going to post this here. I appreciate the brother for doing it, man. Keep it up, bro. Keep it up. I'm going to have you guys read that. Okay? So I want to show this to you guys, man. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I think you need to know this, dude. I mean, look, listen. This is a New Testament statement, but it makes sense. Wages of sin is death. Right? Wages of sin. They're getting paid for this. They're getting paid for hurting people. They're getting paid for starving people, bro. They're getting paid for raping people. Shit, man.
All right, listen to this. He was told to picture his happy place, his own personal mental trap door, the spot that he would escape to if he wasn't here. Because here was hell. Here was Camp East, Montana. It is the largest ICE detention facility in the United States, and it sits just outside the border in El Paso, Texas, on the Fort Bliss military base. A new graphic and frankly chilling report by the ACLU and Human Rights Watch details the horrors held behind those walls, told through the experiences of those inside. Stories of people being denied proper medical care, of inedible food, stories of not even being able to see the sun for days. And I want to warn you, the accounts that you are about to hear are disturbing, but all of us here at Connect, we talked about this, we really do feel that you need to know what is happening at some of these detention centers. A detainee named Ismail told Human Rights Watch, quote, "I sometimes look at my bed sheets and I wonder if it would be easier to hang myself instead of trying to survive this torture. I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling. I feel forgotten. People have died here and no one cares. People have died here and no one cares."
So, any of you guys really don't believe what the scriptures are saying, you know? Let's say this. Who else is this happening to, man? It says, Deuteronomy 28:32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long. Because that means that they get taken, not for committing a crime, by the way. No. If you want to, I mean, come on, bro, let's be logical here. If you commit a crime, of course, you got to go to jail. These people, our gente did not commit a crime, dude. Not like what you think it is. And then what makes it even more clear is thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long. Why? Because you don't have any strength, any ability, any power, any fucking concept. Dude, no money will get those people out of that jail. And there shall be no might in thy hand. How obvious is that to what our gente is going through right now? We're not running away from cops because supposedly we're committing a crime, bro. You know what I mean? That's not a curse. You choose to fucking run away. Like we're going to work. We're just being Mexicans. Because that's the reality, man. That's how all of you, all these people see you. You guys don't realize that shit? Check this out. I'll give you even more simpler terminology, or at least understand, or I'm sorry, translation. It says, the Lord will strike you with, no, hold on, let me read verse 20. And if you do evil and reject the Lord, he will bring on you disaster, confusion, and trouble in everything. It's like, let's put it this way. Didn't they say the brother Lorenzo, they wanted him to assimilate, right? Yeah, he did. He became a business owner. Assimilate. Yeah, he did. He paid for his kids' college because that's what you white people do. Yeah, he did that. He had life insurance too, by the way. Yeah, he had all, well, no, he didn't, sorry. But he had planned these things to go through, bro. Like, he took care of his family. He lived the assimilated fucking Anglo-Saxon way. Have your business, raise your kids, put them through college, buy your house. That's what he did. But that wasn't good enough. Show up to church on Sunday, worship the Jesus that they want you to worship. If you do evil and reject the Lord, he will bring on you disaster and confusion. You're like, well, wait a minute, hold on. I worship Jesus, bro. Why am I getting killed? I worship Jesus, bro. Why am I getting killed? In trouble in everything you do until you are quickly and completely destroyed. Come on, man, dude. They're increasing the amount of people that they want to deport per day. You know what I mean? Like that. This is real. This is real talk. Like, this is the reality for some people, bro.
He was asked about what resources were available to him for his mental health. He saw a counselor. What was the advice that he received there? Take some sleeping pills. Engage in breathing exercises. Visualize your happy place. Now, how can you imagine a happy place in hell? He could not. He went on to say this, quote, "How absurd for a supposed medical professional to suggest that I could close my eyes, take deep breaths, and escape my reality when I'm forced to survive here, when my reality is probably going to end with my death in my home country." Another man at Camp East, Montana, said that his options are not great, and that is an understatement. Quote, "When you get to El Paso, Texas, there's no going back. You're only getting out deported or dead." Deported or dead.
Do you guys remember how back in 2023, I had posted that video, that short, regarding what Trompeta said? He's like, and we're going to deport them. It's going to be bloody, but we're going to do it. We're going to be deporting people bigger than Eisenhower. Eisenhower was called Wetback Operation. And you motherfuckers didn't pay attention. American Cholo, whatever the fuck his short ass is, bro. Dude, you probably should be the most hated person right now. You should not even be online, bro. For any one of you that is literally still talking bullshit and you think you're raza, you're the most pathetic fucking idiots in the entire internet, dude. You have no idea what's going on with this, with gente in there. It just shows how selfish you are, man. Like, you don't process situations, like, thoroughly. You think of some fucking, like, oh, dude, I remember, what was it? American Cholo tried to say some shit like, well, I just want to, what did he say? Something about, like,
The report details, and this is it, 71 detainees contacted over a 5-month period. 64 of them said they had either been personally assaulted by staff there or had seen it. One man, who had only been there a month at the time of his interview, shared, quote, "The guards beat us, When one person speaks up for themselves, they take it out on all of us. It doesn't matter if you haven't done anything wrong. They beat you just for insisting on getting your rights, food, or medicine when you don't get it. It's clear to me that they're trying to make a point. The point is that they are in control and can do whatever they want with us. Whatever they want with us. They can humiliate us, beat us, laugh at us, and nothing will happen to them. They tell us, quote, "You're an immigrant. This is not your country." It is an obvious abuse of power to make someone feel like they have no power. And I should note that the Associated Press details that the Department of Homeland Security called reports of inhumane conditions at Camp East, Montana, quote, "categorically false," and that no detainees are being beaten or abused, and that, quote, "ICE takes seriously the health and safety of all of those detained in our custody." We have heard that before, and reading through this, hearing what is being described is the kind of report that makes you feel sick. It makes you feel sick for your fellow human being, for what is being done in our country's name, because at the end of the day, this is our country. It is all of our country. And I want to bring in Paula Ramos, author, journalist, and MS Now contributor. She has spent years covering immigration topics. Also with us, Jonathan Blitzer, staff writer at The New Yorker, who also covers immigration. He also just wrote an enormous and important expose on Camp East, Montana for The New Yorker titled "Locked Away," where he investigated the abuse inside ICE's largest detention facility. Thank you both so much for being here. And Paula, I want to start with you. One person said that
There's been several people that have committed suicide, several people that have died at the hands of some of these fucking demons. And obviously recently. And you want to know what I think is going on, bro? Our gente is so fucking numb to this, they don't even realize what the fuck this means. They shot a 52-year-old man, and then they shot a 52-year-old young man. And you guys just went about your business. You went to Cardenas, you went to Walmart, you went to your bullshit fucking rodeo shows, you went back to your novelas. You went back to your, like, you know, your chelas and shit, like, whatever, dude. It's not my business.
Camp East, Montana is a graveyard for living people. I think most people at home are sitting here and they listen to this and they think, how is this allowed?
I mean, I think in the scenario that you just described and knowing what we know about this administration's mass deportations, death is inevitable. No, there's no way out of this story without understanding that death sort of overshadows everything. And I think that the sad part is, I think Jonathan did an incredible job at depicting what happens inside. But the sad part is that Camp East, Montana is just one story of this larger national pattern. A pattern that is essentially telling us that this administration has intentionally, and you talk about this all the time, intentionally designed a system to terrorize immigrants, to either self-deport or in the worst case, to force you to let go of wanting to live. And I think we've seen administrations do this before. The horrors have always been there, both from Democrats and Republicans. Mm-hmm. It has been inhumane. The difference now, though, is that they are able to rationalize the inhumanity. And that is part of the strategy.
And that's what they said and have all.
Right there, they are able to rationalize the inhumanity. I told you guys before, about how they saw certain people the same way they saw us. And some of you guys just didn't fucking believe me. Let's see it again.
Es que es un criminal sionista, lo digo abiertamente, él apoyó a Trump y es íntimo de Netanyahu. Entonces, cuando llegó Netanyahu a Dallas, Texas, que había un grupo de judíos o israelíes, no sé cómo se diga ya eso, le decían, oye, ¿por qué persigues tanto a los palestinos? Y les dice, los palestinos son para nosotros los israelíes lo que los mexicanos son para ustedes en Estados Unidos. Entonces, yo veo la palestinización de los mexicanos en Estados Unidos.
Con todos los componentes.
¿Cómo?
Con todos los componentes, porque primero Estados Unidos le roba el territorio a México, después le termina de construir un muro, después los ataques xenófobos y racistas por un componente étnico y religioso también.
Think, family, like it's way before 1848. It started since 1492. And that's why I said I apologize for not doing this class, because I fucking have the sources. Christopher Coulon was a Jew. Watch the full video.
¿Qué falta?
Bueno, falta el último capítulo. Vamos a empezar a ver, hay que tenerlo en el escenario, una gran discriminación sobre los mexicanos. Eso a mí me queda muy claro. Y Estados Unidos, porque aquí la pureza blanca del WASP el racismo, supremacismo, es igual que la pureza inventada de los nuevos judíos del siglo XXI, que ni son semitas. Lo digo con responsabilidad. Hoy uno llega a Tel Aviv y el 25% habla ruso.
They're both Zionists.
Son de origen házaro. Los házaros, lo digo también con definiciones puntuales, son mongoles centroasiáticos. No son semitas. En Estados Unidos, que es un criminal.
Yeah, you said it. But hold on a second. I want to just kind of share this with you right here. Oh, there's this one right here. Right here. Listen to this story, man. This is where it gets kind of sad.
Who for years had been checking in with the local ICE office exactly as he was instructed. And then all of a sudden one day at a routine appointment, got arrested, got sent to Camp East Montana. He's a diabetic. He suffers from high blood pressure. There's a whole battery of medications that he regularly took and needed. He was explicit about the fact that he needed that medication. His wife was ready to supply authorities at this facility with the medication. She had doctor's notes. They jumped through every possible hoop you could imagine. And he was denied all of these basic medications for his diabetes and blood pressure for 6 weeks. And ultimately, as his health deteriorated, felt he had no choice but to agree to be deported to Mexico, obviously a country that is not his own. And the way he explained it to me was, look, I had no choice. I was either going to die in here or I was going to try to take my chances in Mexico.
Exactly, and that, Pella, is the point, that that's just not the only option. Others are considering, this report says, taking their own life, and that is not an isolated incident. I just want to play some video from one of the folks that Associated Press spoke to, Omar Ramsing. He's a green card holder who was detained at Camp East Montana before he was deported. He said he overheard guards placing bets on detainees. Let's watch this real quick.
During his time at Camp East Montana, a Cuban man died in early January of asphyxia after he was restrained following what ICE said was a suicide attempt. Ramsing says he overheard a guard say that there was a $500 bet over whether the next suicide would occur by a certain date.
And then I turned around and said, what the f-? Like, basically, you're betting against me, like committing suicide? Every single one of us, with what we were dealing with inside there, it ran through all of our heads.
Yeah, I know you guys don't give a fuck. But you want to know something? The reason I did this class is because I know you're going to give a fuck about this shit. Now, let's listen, family. For you brothers that or sisters that know me, if you know anybody and you have my number that knows how to sell, I can fucking guarantee you I know how to I can show you how to make $2,000-$3,000 a day. But you have to go through a process of getting licensed. It's not a weird shit. You have to go through that. Background check, and you get licensed, and I can show you guys how to do that. Because guess what, man? Calamities is about to happen. Calamities is about to happen. I saw this coming a long time ago, dude. I never wanted to even mention this in the past, but I don't want my hand to fucking get in trouble, dude. We're already doing that right now. But that's why I'm not bullshitting. You guys want to make 2, 3, and you have my number, and we're cool, let me know. This is on 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 20. I'll start at verse 18. Because you guys have no idea what's about to fucking happen. You have no idea. The beginning of sorrows, when there shall be much lamentation, the beginning of famine, when many shall perish, the beginning of wars, when the powers shall be terrified. See, the beginning of wars, meaning when you started, and then you realize that you shouldn't have done that. That's very fucking prophetic. What are we seeing right now? The beginning of calamities, when all shall tremble. What shall they do when the calamity comes? And then it says, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for the correction of humankind. Now, let me remind you, when you read this here, famine, plague, tribulation, hold on, shit. Famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are all spirits. In case you guys don't know this. All right? All these spirits work in its power. Famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges. That's why he's saying that. For the correction of humankind. Now, it says, yet for all this they will not turn from their iniquity or even be mindful of the scourges. Here's where I started realizing how deep and heavy this is. Indeed, like for example, Walmart 99-cent stores. You guys remember those 99-cent stores, dude? You don't have them no more. You guys remember when shit used to cost $1 or $5? Right? You're not seeing that anymore. Indeed, provisions will be so cheap upon earth. This is when, they call it the neocons, or people that said, let's do this. Let's transfer factories to other countries where we can make shit so much more, make it much cheaper, but make more money, because when we buy it cheaper from the places that we send to make it cheaper, we can then charge the people here a lot fucking more, right? But they don't even realize that it's like much cheaper than that. Indeed, because they propagandize ya. Provisions will be so cheap upon earth that people will imagine that peace is assured for them. God loves America. Things are cheap. Man, all good. Stock market is strong. Everything's fucking beautiful. And then calamities shall spring up on earth. The sword, famine, and great confusion. This is what always triggered me, man. Provisions will be so cheap upon earth that people will imagine that peace is assured for them. Isn't that how they said it here in America? Capitalism, everything's so fucking wonderful, right? You guys could all travel, buy houses. Remember, how many of you guys bought a bunch of houses and then fucking lost them? Remember that era, 2004, 2019, 2002, 2008, 2009? Everybody was buying houses like everything was so cheap, bro. You guys thought, hey man, shit, rest assured, peace is good. It's not the case. After this, we out.
Start with prepping your house for what's to come. First thing I want you to start with is water. Today, right now, I want you to go figure out how many people you have in your house, and you need to go get a minimal of 5 days worth of water for them.
Stuff is getting real. It's been real, but it's real. We better prepare. We better prepare mentally for what is to come, because you're going to have to be extremely strong. You're going to have to be strategic. You're going to have to be calculated in the moves that you're about to have to make. Things are about to get crazy.
I've told you how many times time's running out. Boy, is it ever. Every day we wake up and Janet tells me something that she found out. And I have things that I know that I don't share. And it all boils down to the fact that people who are dragging their feet for prepping and water storage are absolute fools. I say it stronger. They're fucking fools. Who the hell's going to save your ass?
First of all, if you need medication of any kind, you better go out and buy all the medicines you could get, because in a few months they won't be available, because the petroleum industry has a big role to play in the production of pharmaceuticals. So that's my first piece of advice. And secondly, start thinking in terms of storing food and any other items that you think you may need, because as this war continues, and it's going to continue, the impact that I talked about earlier is going to be felt here. You had it. But in the meantime, I think you just need to prepare for the worst here. And once the stock market figures out, or the investors, the people in New York that run the financial system, who are largely part of the problem for us, they're going to say, oh my God, and you're going to watch the stock market tank, and you're going to watch the cost of a barrel of oil go up to 200 and potentially all the way to 3. And all of that is going to bring everything inside the United States to a screeching halt.
It's going to get worse. Some of you may not agree with that, but I would just tell you, look at the world. The world is a worse place than the one I was born into. It's trending toward darkness and destruction. And as we get closer to the end, it seems like there's going to be more suffering.
I have noticed a very strange behavior among the rich folk. I've been delivering since 2014, and I have never seen the rich folk prepping like they've been doing the last 2 months. They have buying, a lot of them have been buying dry foods, buying generators. A lot of them have been trying getting dry foods, rice, beans, all this stuff I've been delivering. And when I delivered, they're like, oh, put it in a garage. One of this other guy, he has his whole entire garage built out. And when I asked him why is he doing it, he's just like my gut feeling. So I don't know what they're being prepped for. Why are they buying so many of the emergencies? But they're buying a lot. They're prepping, and I deliver to people who are earning million plus. Some of these houses are $2-3 million, and they're prepping for something, not to leave or go anywhere, just to stay in. They're prepping. That's highly suspicious. What do you guys think? Leave in a comment.
Hi guys, my name is Kelvin, and you're welcome back to the channel. Have you noticed something strange happening lately? Everywhere you look, people are preparing. They're buying generators, stocking up on water, filling garages with rice, beans, canned food, medical supplies, and emergency equipment. Not just ordinary families, millionaires, billionaires. Some of the wealthiest people in America are reportedly building luxury bunkers, purchasing remote land, and investing in long-term survival plans. Now, here's the question. Do they know something, or are they simply preparing for possibilities that the average person ignores? Because whether you're Republican, Democrat, black, white, conservative, liberal, religious, or not, there's one thing almost everyone agrees on. The world feels different. Wars are expanding. The economy feels uncertain. Artificial intelligence is changing jobs faster than governments can keep up. Natural disasters seem to dominate the news cycle. People are struggling to afford groceries, while others are spending millions preparing for emergencies. That contrast makes people ask difficult questions. Why are so many influential people talking about preparedness? Is it just common sense? Or is it a reflection of how uncertain this moment really feels? History teaches us something important. Societies rarely collapse overnight. Stress builds slowly. Confidence disappears gradually. People begin preparing long before.
Family, I don't want you to worry. This is what their mind is going through, not yours. Not us. Them. Separate yourselves from this bullshit. If you understand that propaganda is so powerful, you would see the message that they're trying to tell them consistently. Why? Because that's what the algorithm is. They're asking for this. The algorithm gives them what they're asking for, what they're watching and learning from or hearing from. This is not about us. This is about how their destruction is showing up.
Before headlines finally admit.
I just read this earlier, man. You guys think this is a joke? Look, listen, even the scriptures said this. Look, for example, Deuteronomy 21:8 says, and it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. So, which means that the same shit that happened to us, how we're getting picked up in the streets, tossed in, getting shot, killed, just because we're looking Mexican, right? That's what would not happen to us. And he said, but if you change your mind, I'm here for you. This right here should not be a concern for you. It should be an awakening with regards to what, at least you that have been following this channel for some time, you too that are watching, whoever you are, should know exactly what I'm talking about. 2 Ezra 15 even talks about that as well. Because you know what? Dude, that's it, dude. That's it. That's why you hear the video dude, this shit is just kind of awkward, right? 2 Ezra 15:5, behold, say the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction. Those are all spirits. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Do you really have to kill people in the street? Supposedly? 2 Esdras 59, and therefore say the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which means bondage in many cases. I'm sharing with you this video so you can see the spirit is changing on Edom.
That's where this conversation begins.
Okay, did you guys hear they did a poll and roughly 40% of the Americans that were a part of this poll believe that we are in the end time? And you may be thinking, well, why would they possibly think that? Well, right now we have multiple nations against each other in war. We also have Venezuela, Japan, and California having a bunch of massive earthquakes. And we have famine in the Middle East. Mark 13, nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in many parts of the world.
We don't accept the New Testament here on this channel, but I'll let it play because, that's what the Cracker Barrels love and shit. They want to always quote the Old Testament in their philosophical way.
World as well as famines, but this is only the first of the birth pains with more to come. So it sounds like something big is coming around the corner because realistically, look around the world today. This isn't sustainable, man.
The Old Testament say the same shit. Sorry.
We're bulldozing this and that. We're yanking, putting up AI, facial recognition, all this stuff. It's coming to a head, 100%. Not to mention the conflict in the Middle East. But here's the crazy part. If you remember, Satan wanted to be like God. And what can God do? In theory, everywhere he be.
That's the thing. The New Testament made it seem like Satan is somebody important. It's not. Satan's just a spirit, dude. Your New Testament fucking stupid ass beehive keeping created Satan to be like some fucking powerful thing. If you read the Old Testament, that dude is nobody. He's just another spirit. There's a lot of spirits like him. But the New Testament made it seem like, oh my God, it's Satan and Jesus. Remember, keep in mind, bro, we're not listening to that part.
Everywhere, he sees everything, he hears everything. If AI is fully implemented and connected to everything, appliances, your house, your car, your phone, your TV, everything, and it all has microphones and speakers, which can hear everything, and there's cameras everywhere, which can see everything, you could see how AI sees more.
I told you how many time's running out. Boy, is it ever. Every day we wake up and Janet tells me something that she found out. And I have things that I know that I don't share. And it all boils down to the fact that people who are dragging their feet for prepping and water storage are absolute fools. I say it stronger. They're fucking fools. Who the hell's going to save your ass? Okay? I don't want you on my team. No. You drag your feet. This is an emergency crisis situation. Yes, the birds are still singing, the sun is coming out, the lights are on, the fans are rotating, we have
$50,000 trapdoors, parking spaces for submarines.
Parking spaces for submarines?
Here's a literal rendering of how it would work in case of an external attack. According to builders of these luxury bunkers, the buying frenzy began after Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg announced that he was constructing a $100 million bunker in Hawaii. It got really busy, and it seems like the phone hasn't stopped ringing. World War III seems to be coming. Ron Hubbard, CEO of Atlas Survival Shelters, told The Hollywood Reporter. Renderings show a state-of-the-art medical room, complete with an MRI machine and top-of-the-line equipment. Of course, a state-of-the-art escape tunnel is a must, and so are bulletproof trapdoors leading to secret passageways. With the pandemic top of mind, builders have also thought of decontamination rooms. If the bunker somehow fails in apocalypse, parking spaces for extraction devices like super yachts, helicopters, and submarines can also be thoughtfully implemented into the space.
Why do they want to live so bad? Number two, ask yourself, who's going to be attacking them? Really, answer that question. Who's going to be attacking them? Us. That's who they are fighting against. Us, the people that they've made their money off of. When we're all starving and dying, we're going to attack, right? That's who they're fortifying these shelters from, is us. Do you guys not realize how biblical this is? How this is literally the book of Revelation. These
Cracker Barrels, okay? I'm just showing you their fucking stress mode.
people are the faces from the book of Revelation.
Revelation, Matthew, all of that fucking bullshit is whack. It's stupid. No, it's not real, man. You guys were lied to. Like fucking, it was the worst thing that ever happened to our people, bro.
We know how this book ends, don't we? We know this isn't gonna work for them.
5 terrifying realities of a widespread prolonged power outage. When the power goes out, most people think about candles and flashlights. But if it stays off, everything changes. Share this with everyone because most of you aren't ready. Here's what it would really look like. No more cell service. Your phone might still power on, but it won't do you much good. Cell towers rely on electricity and backup generators that...
So for our people that are hinted, I understand exactly how our people are, bro. You just need to be able to communicate with our people, bro. Like, our gente communicates. We stay in touch. Just stay in touch. If shit happens like that, stay in touch. Know where to meet. You don't need a fucking cell phone. See, white people need this stupid-ass bullshit and meet with strangers because they don't even care about their fucking neighbors. They'll live next to their neighbor for 30 years and they don't even know their last name. They don't even know nothing about them, dude. This is why these people are getting paranoid, which is the reason I'm showing you their delirium.
won't last long. No calls for help, no social media, and no news. No more showers, no flushing toilets, no fresh...
Bro, it's not like you motherfuckers shower anyways.
Water from a tap. Why? Because water systems rely on electric pumps. Even if you have your own well, the pump is electric. Imagine days or weeks without clean water. Diseases will spread. Hygiene becomes a nightmare. Are you prepared to find and purify water yourself? Gasoline will become more valuable than gold. Without electricity, gas pumps won't work. And once the stored fuel is gone, it's gone. No cars, no generators, no escape. People will fight over the last drops. Are you ready to defend what you have? When the trucks stop running, stores don't get resupplied. No food, no medicine, nothing. And it won't matter anyway. Stores will be looted and abandoned within days after a disaster. What will...
I don't know if everybody is paying attention, but times are getting really hard. I've had a lot of friends that had good jobs for years, being laid off. I've had people hit me up and asking to use me as recommendations and referrals and seeing if I could put them on things. And I'm just paying attention to the climate out here, and it's getting pretty rocky.
That they're all preparing. They're all like getting dry food and, storing it. Strange behavior, he thinks. So do the rich know if something's coming? I'm a little torn because...
Right way. Their jobs are going to get taken over by AI. Then people aren't going to find work. Their bills don't go away. They're not going to be able to pay their bills. What happens if all of us collectively can't pay our bills?
And what I'm talking about regarding the mindset and the spirit. Let's continue.
What are they going to do? Shut off the water and power for the entire city? Like, what's going to happen? I just wish people realized the power that we have. If we all work together, we could overtake the government. We could all collectively decide to not pay our bills. If everybody did that, what are they going to do? We all collectively decide to max out our credit.
White people finally want to work with people, bro. Nobody trusts you.
Cards and not pay it off. All of us. Like, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands and thousands of people. What are they going to do? All the companies are going to go bankrupt. What's going to happen? Money's literally made up. Why can't we just restart?
Even though they fucked around, we're all about to find out. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do to start getting yourself prepared for when shit hits the fan, because it's going to happen, and it's going to happen very quickly. First, you're going to start collecting shelf-stable foods, okay? So that you and your family will be able to stay in your home for an extended amount of time without having to go out.
Doesn't last. It's not opinion, it's fact. And when prophecy hits, it stands no chance at all. Religion, money, history, science, education, all of it. Programs designed to keep you blind and a slave to their system while they profit off you. Be ready. The crash isn't coming someday. It's building right now, worldwide. Wake up, stand firm, raise your frequency. The veil is tearing.
Stuff is getting real, real. It's been real, but it's real, real, real. We better prepare. And I'm not just talking about prepare with material things, goods and all that. I'm talking about we better prepare mentally
important. I want you to save this video because it's going to be important for you to make sure you can go back to it and then share this with your friends and family who you want to be prepared like you. So I hear a lot of people that will be commenting on my videos saying, I've got my bottled water, I've got my food supply for a month. But what is coming is a trend. It is a shift in how we're going to be living. It's a shift in
I'm going to show this to you because I needed you to just be aware of the fucking stress mode of these people. It's not a shift. They're like seeing things become more expensive. Every single one of these fucking people in the USA, every single one of them, okay? The reason why they are having a problem with right now, it's because shit is more expensive. There's no other reason. If shit was not expensive like it is now, you would not see that or them talking. Bro, it's so obvious, man, that be complaining because you don't get your little fucking thumb in your mouth. See, USA, North America has been babied for so fucking long. You guys are gonna feel the pain very soon. If you have no clue, you have no clue what these guys are saying, bro. Like, they're actually saying something. I don't really want to, give it too much power, but I mean, damn, bro. Like, if you guys, if Trompetas keeps it up and they keep bombing each other in Iran, bro, oil is going to be expensive. It doesn't take a brainiac to figure that out, dude. Oil will be expensive. It's not like you don't have to be smart to notice that. So if they continue the war or they go with the war, fully on war, yeah, it's gonna get bad. So when they say some people are saving, whatever, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know we have stuff. I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, how much can you do? How much can you save? You're just gonna save for yourself. You're not gonna help other people. I think that if people work together, they'll survive a lot better than if you're selfish like these fucking animals that surrounded us since 1492. Fuck that crowd, bro. You guys have a good night, man. Hope you appreciate my little short sessions.
Cuando miras a otro lado, los fantasmas del pasado no se detendrán hasta verte derrumbado. Peores lo hemos pasado. Andaba a golpes con la tristeza, me aportó riqueza, me otorgó sabiduría, pues se dibujaba en todas mis piezas. Yo con alegría le daba color después. La aguja sigue girando, tiempo parece se burlar de mí. Dijo que sanaría esperando, pero creo que la espina aún sigue ahí. Con los dedos lo voy palpando. Cierro los puños, escapa de aquí. Agonizando, no me espera el tiempo, no voy a esperar por ti. Nuestras huellas en la orilla se han borrado por la marea. Si esas estrellas ya no brillan, las entiendo pa' que veas. Sea donde sea, bajo la tormenta o dentro de la odisea, donde arañas cubren el cielo de tela, los aviones nadan y los barcos vuelan. Aunque parezca que va bien, no
sabes bien si va mal. Besos que pueden doler, ojos que pueden matar. Tengo mi alma en el almacén encerrada. Mi corazón está en huelga, mis sentimientos en ámbar. Gente que la mala dijo que estaría presente. Fallaron como nunca, se fueron para siempre. Millones razones para vengarme, pero a veces duele más actuar indiferente.
Como no quieren ver ahogados, tenemos branquias y cerrados los bronquios como la mente de un guardia. Yo soy la montaña y vine con la cordillera. Más cojones que tu ganga tiene una madre soltera. Tú cúbrete si suena mi tu. A mi lado tengo soldados fumando de su palulu. Y un conjuro de grimorio me lo salva del velorio. Pa' tener pila valorio, se matan vestidos de emporio. Y yo no quiero una pistola, estoy soñando que la vida que quería me llega a tiempo. Desde que yo la vi sola, loco ando. Vino a verme cuando el sol se estaba poniendo. Y se dejó una pluma y se perdió en la bruma. Nunca se despidió de mí, ey. Nunca se despidió de mí, ey.
Vivo en un mundo que parece roto y sé que no, porque todo es perfecto y lo debo plasmar. Me fumo un trócolo tras otro y lo veo todo otro color. Me siento libre porque vuelvo a conectar. Mi gente sufre y no lo puedo evitar, más que dándole consejos siempre desde la humildad. Es su camino hacia la fraternidad. Solo puedo que enseñarles a respetar y amar. Con esta bendición, como no voy a aprovechar los códigos que llegan, los tenemos que aceptar. Si me reencarné fue para ayudar y no para malgastar mi tiempo en beneficio del mal. En la unión nace la fuerza y eso nos hace juntar las ganas que siempre tuvimos para iluminar a la gente que se le ocurra y la malla armonizar. Vinimos para dar fuego a la que no nos va a quemar.
Arda y por dentro la llama, no puedo contener la ras. Churruscao el corazón, el armazón no puede llegar a pesarme más. Si abro la boca, tu tumba al suelo, me muelo a diario y sobrado de gas. Escupo ristas perfectas, paladas de versos eternos, no mueren jamás. Cuando acabe mi condena, me vi muy solo y perdido. Cada vez más negra la flema, más elegante el problema. Pero planté cara a todos mis enemigos. Recuperé las ganas, las fuerzas y el garbo. Dedico requiems a mis diablos.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. I should have showed you guys this before. I forgot that this piece of shit motherfucker had said this shit. And I'm so glad that he finally got fucking arrested like a fucking piece of shit bastard that he is. This racist fucking prick. This cacksack motherfucking, this cocksucker motherfucker, bro. Okay? Fuck this piece of shit bastard, bro. And I don't know why you guys always like submit yourselves to other people, man.
Shit, bro. Take it. Why are we leaving South America to these fucking South Americans, these fucking Mexicans? Anyone with a brain knows Mexico and below is all one big Mexico. Just a bunch of fucking Mexicans. I'm from Argentina, I'm from Colombia, I'm from Honduras. You're a bunch of Mexicans. If you saw a man from Honduras breaking into your car and you called the police, you'd be like, hey, there's a Mexican breaking into my car. They're Mexicans. Leaving it to a bunch of fucking Papacito. What are they even doing with these countries? Papacito, Shakira. They got all these countries, all this oil, and you talk to them for 5 minutes and they're just fucking dancing around. Papacito. It's fucking stupid. Take their shit, Rev. Send the army, take their shit. Fuck these people. America should take everyone's shit while it's still capable. While there's a few white guys left, because they're the most competent.
Ricardo, how does that make
A few white guys left. He's not white, the fucking negro. What the fuck is wrong with this guy, dude? But you know, sometimes, like, yeah, I don't realize that this happened in 1492 as well, dude. These fuckers were hiding. Oh, well, here we go, in case you don't believe it.
What are they even doing with these countries?
You're black! That could so easily be cut out of context, but the same way you're talking about Mexicans, people still talk about your people like that. Oh my gosh, bro.
He fell from grace, dude. He had a chance, like you said, to be a saint. Literally like a saint. Like, they all have bad past. And
Said a saint. This is how stupid our gente is too. That's why I showed you guys. I forgot to show you this, but you know, we're almost done.
he could have been on a whole nother level, bro.
Biggest fall off I've
I
ever
think
seen.
they got to him, bro. What else could it be?
Dude, it used to be a trending topic. You go out in the streets and you say, what do you think about Andrew Tate? Nobody cares anymore.
Nah.
It's like a meme now, if you still follow this guy.
He's like a character now.
They're Mexicans. Leaving it to a bunch of fucking Papacito. What are they even doing with these countries?
You're black!
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh boy, we have breaking news and it's just great.
So what do we got going on right now? Yeah, we're gonna stay a little longer. Fuck it. Why not? Don't give a shit. Anyways, by the way, I got some plans going on, family. So, you know, you guys are getting a little bit of what's going on. Because I'm gonna start like trimming down how many videos I do. I got some big plans and I want to help everybody get there too.
As famous fraternal scumbags go, Andrew and Tristan.
Again, if you know how to sell and you're disciplined, you have my number and we're cool, give me a ring. I can show you how to make 2-3 grand a day legitimately. You must be licensed, so it's a legitimate job. Let's continue.
And Tate are brothers united in hate. And tonight, in our breaking story, they're also under arrest. Welcome to Occupy Democrats, and well, please hit that subscribe button if you would never let your precious child.
You guys right now, man, I'm gonna start putting some money in I don't want to say like a non-profit, but to where people can actually use it to defend themselves. So they can go into the funds and hire attorneys and defend themselves, bro. Like, I want to do that. Because there's a lot of our gente that's just getting abused. You guys don't even understand what's going on.
Hang around guys like this.
Why am I like that? Why? I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet. Sometimes you forget exactly how lucky you were to get by me.
What a guy. Or as Barron's mom would say, be best, Andrew.
As a mother and as First Lady, it concerns me that in today's fast-paced and ever-connected world, children can be less prepared to express or manage their emotions, and oftentimes turn to forms of destructive or addictive behavior such as bullying, drug addiction, or even suicide. I feel strongly that as adults, we can and should be best at educating our children about the importance of a healthy and balanced life. So today, I'm
remind you of how fucking immigrant you are. When have they ever let any Hispanic or Latino or Mexican or Indigenous or Native speak this fucking chopped up ugly? Ever. Never. But because they think this is a white woman who claims to be from the Americas. No, y'all are Europeans. Please, go eat your food over there. This is why you keep dying of cancer over here. In case you didn't know that. But, you know, whatever. I'm glad they don't realize that. So, they, you know, that's why it's, you know, that whole Darwinism shit. Anyways, let's continue.
very excited to announce Be Best, an awareness campaign dedicated to the most valuable and fragile among us, our children.
Ah, the vulnerable. Thank God we have Melania around to keep an eye on that stuff. Hey, and why drag young Barron into tonight's breaking story of abusers brought to justice? Well, until his old man's in cuffs, this is the best we've got. Oh, and, of course, Baron adores the Tates of Romania and their wicked, wicked ways when it comes to women. Their glorious arrest earlier tonight in Miami, it's on the other side of this rom-com.
Baron Trump has largely remained one of the most private members of America's most famous political family. But now, a new report is shedding light on an unexpected chapter of the first son's life, and the controversial figures who reportedly helped shape it. According to a report
Wait, I want you to go back, bro.
from the New York figures who report
that piece of shit motherfucker right there. Yeah, you're gonna find out how he's very close to Tate, bitch.
reportedly helped shape it. According to a report from The New Yorker, Baron Trump didn't just admire some of the internet's most notorious manosphere personalities. He allegedly formed close relationships with them as he navigated life in the public eye. At the time, the Tate brothers were facing human trafficking-related charges brought by multiple women across several countries, allegations they have repeatedly denied. What happened next has fueled even more attention around the report. Not long after that reported conversation, the Tate brothers had their passports returned by Romanian authorities. The report notes that a Romanian official involved in the decision had recently visited Mar-a-Lago. However, it's important to note there is no
Note, by the way. Oh, hey, sis, how you doing, sis? Good to have you here. I did a very late video tonight. You know, 12. I started at 12, whatever. I'm almost done. I'm probably gonna last another 10, 15. But I'm just trying to show people the calamity of the stupidity. Look at this piece of shit, motherfucker. Bro, I met this dude one time. I didn't meet him. I didn't meet him like I said, oh my God, we talked. Like, I met him at a little, what do you call them? Those like fucking meetings and shit. Because they were doing the pyramid scheme with insurance, dude. It was a total marketing scheme, bro. Like, I'm involved in some legitimate companies now, so like I know exactly how fucking skeezy that shit was. But you know what? That's what it takes, bruh. That's what it takes, motherfuckers like him. Skeezy.
No evidence presented in the report that Baron Trump had any involvement in that outcome. Still, critics online have pointed to the sequence of events, while supporters dismiss suggestions of any connection as pure speculation.
Well, looks like Baron fell in with the wrong crowd of traffickers and abusers. As the old saying goes, the traffickers and abusers you know are better than the well, you know. Okay.
Newsroom just in the last couple of moments, this post coming from TMZ saying breaking Andrew and
got arrested, bro. I was so fucking happy. I was very happy that happened. Because like, here's the deal. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me show you. Let me just say this with you, okay? I'm not jealous of motherfuckers like this, dude. Because when I was young, dude, I had fucking fierro and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had game, bro. I had fierro, okay? So there's no need to be like this, dude. Not at all, bro. Not at all. But these motherfuckers took it to another fucking level, man. They even said it themselves. They traveled to countries where they allowed certain laws where you can abuse women. I mean, I don't know if they said it that way, but it's like that's the purpose of them traveling to those countries where laws are more flexible compared to other ones where there was more rights for women. So basically saying like, bro, I don't want to have to deal with that shit. I just want to go there and fucking just abuse women. I mean, shit, man, you fucking promoted it. So I'm glad. Because you want to know something? This is also motherfuckers I hung out with, what's his name? Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes used to say that it's gay to have sex with a woman, dude. That's what he would say. It's gay to have sex with a woman. And matter of fact, my wife was even like, noticed, like, hey, why is he looking all fucking feminine? I was like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, look at his outfit. The tight shirt, the short pants, like, what the fuck? Like, oh. Mas, boo, to. Bro, he's gonna have a good time. Dude, he has 7 counts of rape. Let this fucking video speak for itself. Because you guys heard him. You heard what he said about us, bro. You heard his shit. Let me hear it again. I'm gonna show you again, bro. Look at this racist prick.
Take it. why are we leaving South America to these fucking South Americans, these fucking Mexicans? Anyone with a brain knows Mexico and below is all one big Mexico. Just a bunch of fucking Mexicans. I'm from Argentina. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Honduras. You're a bunch of Mexicans. If you saw a man from Honduras breaking into your car and you called the police, you'd be like, hey, there's a Mexican breaking into my car. They're Mexicans. Leaving it to a bunch of fucking Papacito. What are they even doing with these countries? Papacito, Shakira. They got all these countries, all this oil, and you talk to them for 5 minutes and they're just fucking dancing around. Papacito. It's fucking stupid. Take their shit, Rev. Send the army. Take their shit. Fuck these people. America should take everyone's shit while it's still capable, while there's a few white guys left.
And though his dad is a Negro. It's fucking dumb. But anyways, let's continue.
Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami. We also have this post coming from the New York Post. Manosphere influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate arrested by U.S. Marshals in Florida. The Associated Press is reporting influencer brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate were arrested by federal authorities on Saturday in Miami. That's according to the U.S. Marshals Service. The charges against the pair were not immediately announced, but a spokesperson for the Marshals Service is telling the Associated Press that the warrant was sealed. I want to put up some video on your screen right now of the Tate brothers. They were arrested on extradition request from the UK. That's according to a person who is familiar with the matter, who spoke on the condition of.
Just say this. All these videos that they're showing, this is before. This motherfucker got arrested today. Sexual fucking 7 counts of fucking like straight up rape.
Anonymity because they were not authorized to publicly discuss this case. The brothers, proponents of hypermasculine.
By the way, this is not a white guy. This is not a white guy. They are both black, okay? Their dad is black. His dad is black. His mom is white. His mom is white. So don't go around saying like, oh, it's just white folks. Nah, fuck no, bro. This is how they showed up sometimes in 1492, man. So when you show up in 1492 looking like a little weirdo and shit, we ain't gonna say you look black. We're gonna be like, oh, he's light-skinned. Yeah, bro. With the same attitude, with the same mindset, wanting to rape, wanting to take little girls, wanting to abuse people that did not have a choice, wanting to abuse people that just wanted to maybe live a better life, that just wanted to help their families, thinking that they would have a decent, I don't know, job or something. I know motherfuckers like these piece of shits, bro. Very manipulative. You see, when I was young, bro, we used to call verbo, you know, like when you know you could talk to people, like you have very good speak way to talk to people. These motherfuckers are devilish as fuck. I'm so glad they got arrested. So all these videos that they're sharing, like, oh my God, they're walking around. Fuck no, bro. These fuckers got caught over here in Florida, dude. They got picked up in Florida. Yeah, matter of fact, you know what? Fuck no, dude. I don't want to show you guys that video because that gave them like some cloud chasing and shit. I want to embarrass them, bro. I want to embarrass them. Fuck these bastards. I'm so glad they got arrested. Fuck every single one of them, bro. You heard what they said about us, dude. Look, you want to say it again?
Bro. Take it. Why are we leaving South America to these fucking South Americans, these fucking Mexicans? Anyone with a brain knows Mexico and below is all one big Mexico. Just a bunch of fucking Mexicans. I'm from Argentina. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Honduras. You're a bunch of Mexicans. If you saw a man from Honduras breaking into your car and you called the police, you'd be like, hey, there's a Mexican breaking into my car. They're Mexicans. Leaving it to a bunch of fucking Papacito. What are they even doing with these countries? Papacito, Shakira. They got all these countries, all this oil, and you talk to them for 5 minutes and they're just fucking dancing around. Papacito. It's fucking stupid. Take their shit, Rev. Send the army. Take their shit. Fuck these people. America should take everyone's shit while it's still capable, while there's a few white guys left.
Bro, this Negro thinks he's white. Glad you got arrested, you stupid fuckface. Bro, I'm so glad he got arrested. When I saw this shit early in the morning, bro, I was very happy. I don't know why, because I have some daughters, man. And my daughters are respectful. And it doesn't, and I have a son. He's very respectful, smart kid. You don't need to be this way to find a good woman. Just have to be a good dude. That's it. With a good heart and a good mind. The fuck is wrong with these people, bro? Oh, that's right. That's right. It's because you feel so powerful that you just want to abuse like weak individuals. That's what it is. People like him want to abuse weak individuals.
There's nothing more masculine than having your red pill friend take off your chain while you're being arrested for rape and sex trafficking. Lord have mercy. All right, everybody, we have some wild Bradley who cited King men, cited Romania.
And I'm using this video because he's the one that showed like the earliest one and all this bullshit right here and shit. Okay, so let me fast forward it.
You know, I'll show you the full video in just 1 second. It's very, very interesting, but or facilitating trafficking for sex.
Here's what he showed. 7 counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts of assault occasioning actual body harm, 19 additional charges for offenses relating to indecent images, of a child, and extreme pornography. In case you guys don't know this, extreme pornography is like when you do bondage shit. Bro, this is fucking disgusting, dude. How many of you motherfuckers were actually following this guy? Hey, American Cholo, did you vote for Trump because of this piece of shit? I bet you did, dude. I bet American Cholo looked up to this dude right here, bro. He just gives me this feeling like he was like that. Like he's like, oh yeah, he's a great example. Because you're so fucking short and you got no neck. So obviously you look up to people that, you know what I mean, you can't measure up to. Y'all you so silly, bro. You guys are so silly. Look at this shit, dude. He is what you voted for, Donald Trompetas. He is a pedo too, bro. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? He's in the fucking Epstein. But you know what, dude? I tell you what. Here's the sad part about Mexicans, bro. Raza, you guys make me sad because we tell you the fucking truth and you just don't want to fucking wake the fuck up. So maybe one day when you're starving to death and then you need help and we're like in a boat saying, nah, we told you before, don't go crying. 7 counts of rape. 3 counts of arranging, facilitating trafficking. That means there was 3 encounters where they were actually trying to fucking hook them up. 3 counts of assault occasioning actual bodily harm, meaning putting them in exposure. 19 additional charges for offenses relating to indecent images of a child in extreme pornography. Now, a child could be 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, right? Not necessarily means that that's what they were doing, but a child could also be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18. So we don't know what that child concept may be, right? But extreme pornography, I will tell you this, extreme pornography is like fucking, like that whole shit that they bondage shit. You know, they tie you up and then you get in positions of pain and then maybe they whip you or they put a ball around you or some weird fucking shit. Man, listen, bro, I'm so happy that these motherfuckers got arrested. This motherfucker got arrested, bro, because he's the most racist motherfucker I ever. Listen, and here's the funny part, bro. Here's the funny part about this motherfucker right here, bro. and motherfuckers that actually like this motherfucker. Because they don't even realize that this dude is a fucking negro, bro. He's a negro, bro. He ain't no white man. He's like, oh my God. He's like Mexicans. All these Mexicans. Motherfucking Mexicans. His dad is negro.
Leaving it to a bunch of fucking Papacito. What are they even doing with these countries?
You're black. That could so easily be cut out of context, but the same way you're talking about Mexicans, people still talk about your people like that. Oh my gosh, bro.
He fell from grace, dude. He had a chance, like you said, to be
But as cocksucker motherfuckers, you know, like typical stupid Mexicans, you guys always follow the wrong. See, what this means is that you don't know how to judge character. That's what it means. That means that you just go by, like, I don't know, whatever the fuck you're trying to watch. And you judge them to be like, oh, yeah, he's a good dude. No, fuck no, bro. You should know this from the get-go, man. Didn't you see this from the get-go? No, but you know what? You want to know something, family? Sometimes you stupid motherfuckers follow stupid motherfuckers, dude. And then you want to complain about, like, oh, well, I mean, I didn't know. Nah, because you follow stupid motherfuckers. Are you telling me you didn't know this?
Why do I think-
Say it again.
a saint, literally like a saint. Like they all have bad past, and they he could have been on a whole nother level, bro.
Biggest fall off I've ever seen.
I think they got to him, bro. What else could it be,
dude? It used to be a trending topic. You go out in the streets and you say, "What do you think about Andrew Tate?" Nobody cares anymore.
Nah,
it's like a meme now. If you still follow this,
yeah, he's like a character now.
They're Mexicans. Leaving it to a bunch.
The moment that he attacked them, then it became a problem. See, it wasn't a problem when he was attacking other motherfuckers. Nah, it wasn't a problem. Nah, fuck no, man. It got nothing to do with me. But then he attacked you, like a beaner too. And then you said, oh, hell no, bro. What the fuck you mean? Like, fuck no, he don't like Mexicans. The fuck are you, dog? You didn't know this? I thought you knew. And then you want to say, like, well, he's black. Do you think black people accept him as him being black? Fuck the fuck no. Dude is a white guy to them. But he's black. But you see, he's only black if they accept or embrace science or the Bible. Oh, that doesn't make sense? Yeah, it better make sense. I'm going to say this to you guys, man, before we finish it off, dude, because I'm glad I fucking didn't finish it off like what I did earlier. I'm glad this motherfucker is getting arrested. I want to finish. I want to show this video, but I want to share this with you real quick. I'm going to share this video with you guys again in one of my other future videos. You need to understand exactly what the fucks we are facing, what we are looking for, and what we need to avoid.
Israel has blown up the Middle East, blown it up. This is like they're remaking the Middle East. They're taking that's what they said they do. Netanyahu vowed to do this, and he's done it. Taking some of these countries are out of commission now. We're in his pocket. We have no apparent say in what he's going to do. Netanyahu. Yes, and AIPAC and all the Israeli mechanism that operates in the United States. Our vote, our Congress means nothing. Netanyahu comes and addresses them 3 times. They stand up like dogs, clapping for everything he says, like dogs. It was disgusting. It was a disgusting moment.
There's a good point.
Meaning we're gonna go to war, or you guys are gonna go to war. And then your kids are gonna be sent to war. And it's gonna be all because you owe money to Israel.
Sexual exploitation. 3 counts of assault occasioning actual bodily harm.
And by the way, man, the only reason I'm showing this video is because, like, dude, I'm so fucking glad these bastards got arrested, bro. Like, let me play this again, dude. This is like the best fucking feeling. This racist bastard, this fucking disgusting piece of shit who was raping little girls, bro. I know he was, dude. I know he was. I mean, it's like this, bro. He's like, I want to meet a good woman, but there's no good women because all women are hoes. but he's going around sleeping with women. How the fuck do you create decent women if you're sleeping around with a bunch of women? Obviously, you're not setting the example because apparently you talk about being a king. So a king would set an example of not going around creating a bunch of hoes. You would probably be mindful of what the fuck you're actually saying. But you see, that's the problem with people, fam. They don't understand how to be men. That's the problem. But let's listen to this. And I'm listen. Look, like I'm not siding with this kid, dude. Like I'm Democratic or anything. But he's the only one that I think he fucking showed the best video to have him arrested. Dude, I kid you not, bro. This was the best fucking feeling. It was the best feeling, bro.
There's nothing more masculine than having your red pill friend take.
You don't understand, when that shit came to my feed, it was the best feeling because I remember what he was saying, fuck you Mexicans, you all are Mexicans, it don't matter. It don't matter what part of you from. If you're from South America, you're Mexican. If you're Nicaraguan, you're Mexican. This guy was a disgusting fucking, what I could say, white guy, but no. His dad is negro. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. Dude, people are just hateful sometimes, man. Y'all need to wake the fuck up.
Off your chain while you're being arrested for rape and sex trafficking. Lord have mercy. All right, everybody, we have some wild breaking news, and we finally have some good news to bring for you all. The Tate brothers, the manosphere influencers who treat women terribly, who give young men advice on how to treat women, and it's always terrible advice. They have
By the way, let me say this. My son was playing a lot of video games, like, for a little while and shit. And he started telling me about this little character here. They have a way of leading them to his talks. They do it on Discord. They bring you links. They invite you to certain talks, certain platforms. And then, as you play with them and you trust them, and then they invite you to specifically Discord, right? It's like you know what I mean? So they, they communicate that way, and then all of a sudden now you get caught up in like, oh man, this is the way that you got to treat women. Nah, bro, that's not the way you treat women. Not at all. Not at all, man. Not at all, bro. I have beautiful daughters, and this is not the way you treat women. I have fucking amazing kids. This is not the way you treat women, bro.
Officially been arrested in Miami and are being extradited back to the United Kingdom, where they will be facing human trafficking and rape charges. Now, of course, the charges themselves are heinous, and we'll dig into them in just 1 minute while watching the video of them being arrested. But I think it's good news because this is the first time in a while I felt like these men who are in power, who abuse their power to screw over women and screw over people who, don't have as much power, don't have as much money, don't have as much clout, so to speak. This is the first time we are seeing real and true accountability. The Tate brothers have been on the run for years and years and years. In fact, they moved.
Brothers, I mean, we saw Lorenzo's family express their way of living. I'm sorry, man, I have to bring him up. Lorenzo lost his life, but we got to hear the way that his family speaks. Smart, intelligent, humble, just like how we all are. You know what I mean? These people assume we're not smart. They assume that. But unfortunately, we saw the example of our people, of who they are. This is I don't want my son to be a fucking aggressive ass piece of shit, dude. Fuck no, dog. I don't want that. I don't want him to be a fucking asshole, bro. My son told me, he's like, Dad, I want to be a cop. I think I want to be a cop. I'm like, man, you know what? You can probably do it, but damn, right now, I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can. And my son's not a small kid. He's 5'10" already. And he's only 14 years old.
From the United States to the United Kingdom and then moved to Romania. And they cited Romania's lax laws around the treatment of women and around human trafficking. Romania apparently has very relaxed laws around these things, but not relaxed enough for them to still be caught the moment they stepped foot in Miami. So, I'll show you the full video in just one second. It's very, very interesting. But the brothers landed in Miami and were arrested by federal authorities, according to the U.S. Marshal Service. The charges against the pair were announced pretty immediately. We have 7 counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts of assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and 19 additional charges for offenses related to indecent images of a child and extreme pornography. Disgusting, despicable. And you know what tweet I found from Andrew Tate? I was scrolling through his tweets to see if he said,
I wanted to share this with y'all. Look what he's fucking said, bro. The Tates will be free. Trump is the president. The good old days are back, and they will be better than ever. Hold on, love. Kind of basically saying, he's like, wow, dog, it's gonna rape people. Fuck it, Dude, these guys are disgusting, dog. Like, what the fuck, man? Y'all can't just love a woman. Is this so difficult? You can't just love a woman? Maybe I'll give you 2, but fuck, man. Is it that bad that you gotta go rape kids? You fucking disgusting animals.
Anything about being free or about Trump. And I found this one. I think I was one of the first people to stumble upon this. He said, back in 2025, the Tates will be free. Trump is the president. The good old days are back, and they will be better than ever. Hold on. The man who was saying that the Tates will be free because Trump is president is now being charged with actual child pornography, 7 counts of rape, 3 counts of facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation. And I just want to give a trigger warning. In one moment, I'm going to dig into what they're actually being accused of doing, like what they actually did on a minute level. And it is so disgusting. It is so despicable. And these men should be locked away for a while. I always talk on
That's why I'm sharing this kid's reporting, because I think he's the one that did it the best. The way that he fucking broke it down, dude, it's fucking sad, bro. And I'm so glad that they got fucking caught. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, yeah, I hate our people. Like, you guys are rapists. Mexicans are rapists. And that's what you're doing. Fucking.
my show about how I'm a young dude. I'm 23 years old. I grew up in Indiana. I live in Chicago. To me, finding role models that I can look up to is very, very important. So Barack Obama has been a huge role model throughout my life. There are certain comedians or actors or people in the arts that I look up to, of course. I look up to Christopher Nolan a lot. He just came out with a new movie. It's really good. But I've also pointed out on my channel how the role models that exist online and in politics right now are actually just dog shit. We have Donald Trump.
And by the way, you guys that watch my channel, you should know that I am older, obviously. I'm in my 50s. So I have a kid around this age. So it's important for me to listen to what the fuck they're thinking, right? So now, let me get to skip into the moments of what the fuck is really crazy. This is nuts.
Many other countries as well. But the United States and the UK are able to coordinate in order to use the United States as extradition grounds and the UK as the courts and the House Secretary once the person arrives in Britain. So right now, the Tate brothers are likely on their way back to the UK to finally face trial. They have been in friendly countries for a while, going from Romania to other countries where they can't be extradited. Now we have more info about the allegations. We have the video of them being arrested. Let me play this video for you. And then on the other side of this, I'm going to explain a little bit more about the charges and what they actually did, because it's disgusting. Allegedly, they would fly women in to Romania and other places in the UK, and then they would take those women's passports away and then exploit them to make sexual content like online OnlyFans type content, porn type content. And they would quite literally hide the woman's passport. So the woman has no way to find a way out, to get back home, is basically trapped there and reliant on the brothers. Actual human trafficking. Let me play for you this clip, and then I'll commentate a bit over it, and I'll visit you on the other side. As always, if you appreciate the fast breaking news that we bring you all,
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate. No way someone asked him for a signature when he was being arrested.
And my wife was the first one to be like, man, why is he looking?
No way.
My wife was the first one to be like, why is he looking all gay and shit? Look at it. Look at his fucking gay ass outfit. Look at that shit, bro. Why the fuck would you let your chest all go down, dog? And your tight ass purple shirt, your tight ass pants, your high heeled motherfucker, and then you have some fucking sandalias, bro.
No way someone asked him for a signature when he was being arrested. No way. So this is in Miami as the cars are pulling up and arresting him. Tate is in the purple shirt. He should be arrested for wearing this outfit before anything else.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate. That's his brother over on the right that weirdly looks like he's in like an Amish costume. What?
Come over here, Mikey.
That right there is red pill mogul Justin Waller. Justin Waller also has a completely distorted ideology surrounding women. Listen, I know none of this is funny. I'm not trying to make light of it, but look at these absolute clowns. Why is dude in a purple button down, but he has all of the buttons open, so his chain is hanging out? How come he has no socks on with his pants all the way up to his ankles? He should be arrested for this drip. Also, one more time, the way that these people talk about women online has poisoned the brains of like millions of young men.
Yeah, man, they fucking have. My son was telling me, my son is 14, and he hears some of these kids talking about women like that, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, why are they saying that?" I told him, bro, it's because it's insecurity, dude. Like, why else would somebody say something about the other partner of your other life? Like, how the fuck are we supposed to fucking continue in our life? Man, woman. I mean, we see it all around us. We have to deal with our women. But apparently these guys say that having sex with women is gay. He had a conversation with with what's his name? Nicky Tricky Fuentes, who's fucking totally gay. And he's like, yo, man, having sex with women is gay, bro. And he's like, yeah, you're probably right. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Throughout the world. It's disgusting.
Well, I know what it is. It's Greco-Roman, because that's what you guys are, Greco-Romans. Meaning you've always been pederast, catamist, you know what I'm saying? So just live with it.
There's nothing more masculine than having your red pill friend take off your chain while you're being arrested for rape and sex trafficking. Lord have mercy.
I know.
Back up.
Back up. I'm so fucking tough. Look at my fucking tough, bro. I'm fucking crack bear, bro. I'm fucking.
He should be arrested for this drip. Also,
fuck these people.
One more time. The way that these people talk about women online has poisoned the brains of like millions of young men throughout the world. It's disgusting. There's nothing more masculine than having your red pill friend take off your chain while you're being arrested for rape and sex trafficking. Lord have mercy.
Back up. Yes, back up.
Got arrested. I'm almost done, family. I just want to show this to you one more time.
Shit, bro. Take it. Why are we leaving South America to these fucking South Americans, these fucking Mexicans? Anyone with a brain knows Mexico and below is all one big Mexico. Just a bunch of fucking Mexicans. I'm from Argentina. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Honduras. You're a bunch of Mexicans. If you saw a man from Honduras breaking into your car and you called the police, you'd be like, hey, there's a Mexican breaking into my car. They're Mexicans. Leaving it to a bunch of fucking Papacito. What are they even doing with these countries? Papacito, Shakira. They got all these countries, all this oil, and you talk to them for 5 minutes, and they're just fucking dancing around. Papacito, stupid. Take your shit, Rev.
If there's anybody out there that has my number and is cool with me, and you know somebody that's really good at sales, I can show them how to make $2,000-3,000 a day. So these motherfuckers that say we're Papacito broke, nah, they don't even realize what the fuck we're doing. Okay? By the way, I'm almost done. Let me play this real quick. Please, I said it real. I said it real. Okay? Don't forget what I just said, by the way.
You know the score, Richard? Yes. Are you able to pull it up something? You gotta get this. Okay.
These fuckers make about $100,000 a year to really hurt people. We don't have to do that.
Good, good. I am so glad this.
Sorry, but, you know, me too.
Absolute piece of shit is being walked off like this. I am so glad. He's one of the worst human beings out there. Him and his brother both. I'm glad we got the full video too. I'm glad he had to go through the public humiliation of being. That's his brother. That's Tristan Tate. And the reporter even says, anything to say?
Tristan, anything to say?
Nothing to say now, huh? Now you got your mouth closed. All those misogynistic clips.
Listen, I'm glad they got arrested, man. You know what I mean? I'm out. That's it. Done. Thank you for being here. Glad that you at least accepted this last part. Look at this dumbass.
See, that could so easily be cut out of context, but the same way you're talking about Mexicans, people still talk about your people like that.
Yeah, but they're always gonna do that, dude. This is what you guys are fucking stupid at. You don't realize they don't like you. They don't like you. What's wrong with y'all, bro? Fuck, man. Sad but true that our gente is so fucking butt plugged from some stupid ass fucking Virgin Mary dumb shit that they can't even realize that nobody likes you. Nobody likes you, bro. Raza, let's get it together, bro. Nobody likes you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares for you. Nobody wants the best for you. No one's going to help you. But apparently you think that's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. We have to help ourselves. We have to be the ones to fucking get us out of this shithole. And the only way that works is if we gather together. Good night, fam.
El caudillo del sur, Emiliano Zapata. El caudillo del sur, Emiliano Zapata. Año de 1910, la tempestad se avecina. Morelos arden coraje, la injusticia predomina. Los ricos de las haciendas se adueñaron del terreno, dejando el pueblo hambriado, tragándose su veneno. Pero en Anenecuico un gallo ya se plantaba. Emiliano Zapata, el hombre que no temblaba. Tenía 30 años apenas, la mirada bien clavada, viendo cómo a sus hermanos la tierra le fue robada. No pidió permiso al gobierno ni anduvo con papeleos. Junto a los hombres del pueblo se acabaron los rodeos. Fueron directo al lindero con los rifles en la mano. Derribaron las bardas que puso el terrateniente tirano. Aquí se siembra, cabrones. Gritó con voz de trueno, devolviendo las parcelas a los dueños de este suelo. Fue el primer acto de furia, el despertar del gigante. Un campesino de charro que camino hacia adelante. Llegó la batalla de Cuautla, sitiada la ciudad entera. 6 días de fuego cruzado bajo la misma bandera. El 5º regimiento de oro, el ejército profe. nacional. Cayó ante las guerrillas del ejército comunal. Tierra y libertad, la tierra es de quien la trabaja. Aquí no se dobla nadie, aquí nadie se nos raja. Con el fusil en la mano y el sombrero bien plantado, Zapata vive en el cerro, el caudillo respetado. Tierra y libertad, el grito del pueblo ruge contra el gobierno corrupto que al descalzo lo estruja. Puro fuego en el sur. Ya la revolución cabalga, el gobierno manda su armada. Federales con cañones buscan dejar la zona arrasada. En Cuautla lo acorralaron, el cerco estaba cerrado. Miles de guachos armados, el caudillo interceptado. Cualquiera se hubiera rendido, cualquiera pide clemencia, pero Zapata en su sangre lleva pura resistencia. Estudió la sombra, la noche midió el peligro de frente. Le dijo a su caballería: morimos como gente. Montó su cuaco con rabia, sacó el machete y el fierro y lideró una carga suicida. Bajando directo del cerrabalazo limpio, rompieron las líneas del enemigo. Las balas le rozaban la ropa, el destino era su testigo. 1914 la capital fue testigo. Junto con Pancho Villa entraron como un castigo. Llegaron a Palacio Nacional los campesinos triunfantes, la gente de los guaraches, los de las manos curtidas y andantes. Le dijeron: Emiliano, siéntate en la silla presidencial. La miro con desprecio, con un instinto real. Esa madre está maldita, vuelve loco al hombre bueno. Yo no busco el poder, yo solo vengo por lo nuestro. 1919, abril en el calendario. Chinameca se viste con el traje del calvario. Guajardo prometió unión, pero esconde la traición. 100 fusiles apuntan al centro del corazón. Entró cabalgando al patio, la trampa estaba lista. Balas a quemarropa terminaron con la vista. Cayó el hombre al suelo, el suelo que tanto amó, pero el fuego de su alma nunca nadie lo apagó. Creyeron que matándolo la idea moriría, que el campesino ciego al latifundio volvería, pero el cuerpo expuesto no apagó la rebelión. El mito de la huelga se volvió una religión. Dicen en los pueblos que el caudillo no cayó, que el compadre en su puesto la descarga recibió, que cabalga en las cumbres en su gran caballo blanco, vigilando los ejidos desde el cerro más barranco. Su muerte fue el seguir del artículo 27, la reforma agraria escrita a punta de machete. El zapatismo vive, no es una foto del pasado, es el puño en alto contra el rico y el Estado. Tierra y libertad, la tierra es de quien la trabaja. Aquí no se dobla nadie, aquí nadie se nos raja. Con el fusil en la mano y el sombrero bien plantado, Zapata vive en el cerro, el caudillo respetado. Zapata vive, la tierra no se vende. El fusil sigue limpio, del sur hasta el norte. Tierra y libertad. Tierra y libertad.
Ical, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros ante esta pena tan grande. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.